where do you start with that, right? So like most people do some sort of content splintering, right? They create a piece of content that then rolls into, is sort of repurposed into other types of content with the same core material pushed out onto different platforms. Where do you start with that? How do you think about it? How do you execute it?
What are the keywords that we want to rank for? How can we create the best content on the internet for that topic, and then get as many backlinks as possible, and aka get it to rank for that keyword, so that now it is a continual traffic source. And so that's kind of how I narrow in on that. You could also say, hey, where are your customers at, and what are you good at? So for me, it's video, and I'm less on the written. So we have a writing team that does all the written content. I'm more powerful on video, and so I default to that. That's kind of why I did the principles videos, and then some of the self-publishing school content. It's like I just default to video, and then we can have the team create a blog post out of that, or create a lead magnet or whatever else. But biggest thing is you don't have to publish a ton of content. Publish great content that's drop the mic on that topic, and make sure that it ranks. Because if it doesn't rank, well, then you're just going to be on a hamster wheel of just posting things and all that, which is just, some people that they build their whole business off of it, and that's a bit like, that is a unique way to grow a business. It's just not for me.
It's also
I prefer to bring leverage.
Ton of effort to do that.
Yes.
I can tell you, as we're currently 25 episodes into the podcast, it is a ton of effort to be recording all the time, shooting all the time, editing, chopping it up, pushing out content from it.
Yeah.
But like you said, I think one of the things that I really liked about that was look for the medium of content that you enjoy, that you think you're good at, and start there.
Yes.
And for you, that's video.
With objections or the sales process, right? So, I would go ask your sales team, hey, what are the top 5 to 10 things that you guys hear all the time that are either objections that you have to handle on that call, or that are triggers that bring people onto the call, and then create the best on the internet content on that, right? How to set up a merchant account. What if I do my funds get frozen in a merchant account? Like, I'm just spitballing here, but you probably have a bunch of those type triggers that it's like how to integrate payments with Infusionsoft or whatever the things are, right? And it's like, okay, if I can answer that very specific question, well, then this is a buyer. And that's actually, I'll add one more thing is, early on we chase traffic. Now we chase high buyer intent traffic. Small distinction makes a massive difference. So early on it's just like, oh, our traffic's growing, this is amazing. And it's like, all right, now let's try to get leads from that traffic. All right, we got leads, this is amazing. Okay, now let's try to get them to book an appointment. Like, oh, we got, and then you realize, you're like, oh, wow, okay. If someone searches writing prompts, they're writing a high school paper, they're never going to sign up for self-publishing school.
Yeah.
That's half of our traffic, or what, like back in the day. It's like, oh, but if they search how to publish a book on Amazon, they are booking a call, they are signing up for self-publishing school. Like, that is a high buyer intent keyword. And so that's what we think about a lot more now is, okay, and good news, it's less competitive oftentimes. I feel like, especially in your space, it's like you can solve some very niche problems at a high level, and then, all right, book a call and let's chat about how we can handle your payments, easy pay direct, right? And so, I'm just using you as an example, but anyone listening can do that for their business, obviously.